We're here. I'm Veer Von Wright, and this is Grafikmetal's annual end of the year best albums of 2024. This one is on punk, alternative, new metal, that kind of fusion of rock, metal, creative, artsy, kind of experimental kind of albums. No particular order. If you want to see our entire Grafikmetal's ranked list of the top 240 albums across all the subgenres, then in addition being able to see the actual scoring for all the albums and where they fit in the entire ranking from 1 to 240, you can buy our Grafikmetal 2024 in review digital book. Okay, enough. Let's get to the list. This is Grafikmetal's favorite punk, alternative, new metal albums of 2024 in no particular order. Half Divorce by Pissed Jeans, a hardcore punk album released on March 1st. Good old school hardcore punk is hard to come by these days, but don't say this to these gents from Philly or they might just piss on your jeans. Heavy Jelly by Soft Play, a art punk album released on July 19th. The sweetest empath you will ever meet. You gotta love the Brits' humor. This is creative, angsty punk rock with new metal riffing that will make you want to act, well, violently. Super Mega Ultra by Wine Lips, a punk rock album released on April 5th. Settle down. I'm about to eat my TV dinner and boxed wine. They're colorful in their chaos with inspiration from an older 70s-ish vibe of punk. Freak Dreams by Slope, a funk new metal album released on February 2nd. Talk about a breath of fresh air. Been a while since we got some classic early 90s funk metal, a la Living Colour, Faith No More, and Beastie Boys. Yo, this Slope's dope. WeirdOs by O. An art jazz album released on July 5th. It sounds like the soundtrack to a 16-bit Sega Genesis game, but played with a saxophone and drums. TANGK by Idols, an art punk rock album released on February 16th. Seriously, can they keep this up? That's 4 albums in a row that made our list. This is their most gentle to date. Get our list and find out how high this one makes it. What a Fucking Nightmare by the Chisel, a hardcore punk album released on February 9th. Oi, this is street punk, you hear? Simplistic yet catchy as hell, and the soundtrack to the working middle class heroes. Buried Away by Stay Inside, a post-punk album released on February 28th. It's offbeat and unapologetically insensible. Has that early 2000s college rock, let's hang out in a Turkey Hill parking lot and crack open a beer kind of album. Crucible by Schedule 1, a punk gothic alt-rock album released on April 10th. This one finds itself at the intersect of post, gothic, punk, and heavy metal. Unique, atmospheric, and catchy. And then there was, by Chubby and the Gang, a hardcore punk album released on September 15th. Charlie Manning Walker and his gang of misfits are hardcore to the bone, but they smartly fuse this igniting energy and angsty attitude with flavors of 70s rock and a dash of country. Here's to the lust of life. The Light Age by Many Eyes, an alt-metal album released on September 6th. The Weapon in a Righteous Hand. Keith Buckley from X, Every Time I Die, is back with his new band that blends grunge, rock, hardcore, punk, and nu metal. Darker White by Fever 333, a punk rap alt album released on October 4th. Metal fans may boo them at the festival, but no denying their passion, adrenaline, and experimentation. This one sounds a lot like Clawfinger if you're familiar with them. Audiophagi by Kill the Thrill, a post-industrial rock album released on January 26th. This one could have fallen in several different genre lists, but putting it here, think Nick Cave, high poetry, ambient, post-rock with a little industrial noise. Saviors by Green Day, a punk rock album released on January 19th. Oh look, it's the band that everyone knows. No, it's not perfect, but half the songs are the best music from them in years. This one also feels more relatable. Welcome to our problems. Post-Industrial by Big Special, a punk alt-rock album released on May 10th. It's character building. Pow! It's like reading the newspaper while at church with your headphones on. Social, but not preachy. Not for everyone, but respect the art, damn it. And now I'm just gashing my teeth by the Barbarians of California, an alt-punk album released on October 4th. Go get your flip phone, Slurpee, and put on a pair of Jenkos. We're headed to the library. These angsty high school dropouts bridge the line between modern hardcore, old school punk, and nu metal. Not to mention a Ric Flair attitude and personality. Woo! Here comes the bombs over Babylon, baby. Shelved by Caring, a punk alt-rock album released on March 11th. According to them, it's locomotive, big noise, post-punk and roll. No Hands by Joey Valence and Bray, a rap punk album released on June 7th. At the very least, this is excellent for a good laugh. And who knows, you might just find yourself bobbing and singing along. Who else misses Bloodhound Gang? Or even better, anyone remember Sugar Ray's debut? Ah, yeah. Moss by Zip Tie Handcuffs, a punk rock grunge album released on May 31st. Take Husker Du, some Sonic Youth, and a touch of Nirvana and mix it with Heat Until Crispy. For best results, let this moss soak in your ears and give it a lot of sun and water. Snow as a Metaphor for Death by Centuries, a punk industrial album released on January 19th. Teen Mortgage by Teen Mortgage, a punk rock album released on January 19th. Technically not an album, as it's essentially all their songs up to this point collected.
but there may not be a better up-and-coming punk band to keep your eye on.
And that was the collection. Hope you enjoyed it. Remember, it was just merely a collection of some of our favorite albums. If you want the entire ranked Graphic Metal's top 240 albums of 2024 of rock and metal across all the subgenres, plus the actual album scoring and where they fall ranked from 1 to 240, get our book, the Graphic Metal 2024 in Review digital book here. Plus, you get that warm and cozy feeling of knowing that you help support this channel, so this way we can build strong into the next year, which we have big plans for in 2025. I hope you had a great 2024 and good start to the next year. Until then, I'm Veer Von Wright, and you've been watching Grafikmetal. Cheers, keep on rocking.